Welcome to the show where 3 generations of family go head to head on a variety of topics. You got one Gen Zer, Chris, one Millennial, Noe, and one baby boomer from Brooklyn, Kaya. No matter what the topic may be, you better believe that it will be up for debate.
I'm your girl Kaya, and today's topic is all about the verse. Yes, my loves, we have a difference of opinion, if you will. You know, I'm in my 40s. No, he's in his 30s. Chris is in his 20s.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, we got to give our opinions based on the life that we've lived. So today, our topic of discussion is going to be my man Usher Raymond.
Usher, baby.
Yeah. And my boy Chris Breezy Brown.
See Breezy.
All right.
Let's do it.
For me.
I'd say I'm gonna go with Chris Brown on
Okay.
on most fronts. Chris Brown is my guy. His catalog speaks for itself. His performing speaks for itself. This guy's a all-around threat. Really can't be beaten. You know what I'm saying? Hits on top of hits on top of hits on top of hits. This dude pumps him out like it's Skittles. Like, you know, he's been in the game since he was 16. He's now
Said it in one of his songs.
he did. I
Mhm.
don't remember which one that is. In terms of him being who he is in relation to Usher, obviously you don't get a Chris Brown without an Usher, but I think this is one of those Usher passing the baton situations.
Mhm.
Because Usher is not nearly as relevant as Chris Brown right now. Hasn't been putting out as good or as, you know, as good of a series of tracks as Chris Brown has been in the last 2 to 3 years. So I think Chris Brown has the edge.
Okay.
I think Chris Brown has the edge. I'm giving it to Chris Brown.
This is kind of difficult because, I mean, if we're going based on today, I think Chris Brown's going to have the edge. But if you go to yesteryear, Usher was doing the same kind of things that Chris Brown is doing now.
Agreed.
Now, if we're talking like them doing a versus is what, 20 songs?
Yeah.
Just about. Yep.
I mean, I think we've seen your entire catalog doesn't matter for the verses itself.
Mm-hmm.
So in my eyes, like I've said this before, Chris Brown is dope. One of my favorite artists. I think he's by far the most consistent artist. I mean, I've never seen a dude put out like a 28 track mixtape followed by like a 40 track album or something. It's just in the same year. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, he just makes music all the time. The difference is, I think, and I actually kind of came to this conclusion the other day. I was listening to Michael Jackson's, I was listening to Off the Wall and I was listening to Thriller. And when I listened to him, I was like, yeah, these albums are only like 10, 11 songs. But every single song is an absolute nuke. Just every one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like Chris Brown has a lot of dope songs. But in the verses, Usher just has to go from My Way to 8701 to Confessions, and he doesn't need to touch another album. I don't think Chris Brown has the nukes that Usher has in his arsenal. Strictly for the verses. Now, if you want to go, has Chris Brown, again, it's different. Because remember, Usher and his album sales and all the other stuff, you had to physically go and make those purchases. Granted, Chris Brown came in the end of that era, because I bought his CDs physically as well. But the majority, I would say, of his time probably has been in the streaming era. So to go diamond, where people were actually purchasing your albums, I'm say going to Tower Records, Virgin Records, Best Buy, and places like that or whatever, it's a little different. But I don't know. In the verses, I'm going with Usher. Old school rules.
All right. Take it to the streets. Fair.
You're gonna take it to the streets.
Fair.
Okay. Obviously, versus is all about the hits, and overall artistry, and Usher is my age, literally. Okay. We grew up together. I grew up with Usher, you know.
So both of you are 27?
You know.
Gotcha. I see. I see. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah. So when he did the My Way with the whole carnival theme videos and all of the acrobatics that he did, it was just like something that was new. Yeah. And whatever I forgot the name of the track that he did before the My Way with when he was with Diddy.
You make me wanna.
No. Before the My Way album. That's when he was very young and they were trying to make him into like sing like a sex song, and it was just like it was a miss, because that wasn't who he was. But
Yet.
yeah, that wasn't who he
there
was
you go.
yet.
There you go.
He definitely grew up prior to. So this was in '94. And
When he had the Jerry curl on the cover.
Diddy
Christ.
was the either way, it was a miss because Diddy was trying to make him older than he was, and it didn't work. But when Chris Brown came out, he was like the double mint guy, you know what I mean? And you believed it, you know what I'm saying? You can run it. I also factor in their whole scope of artistry. Chris Brown is in some of my favorite movies. Think Like a Man.
Okay, got it.
This Christmas.
Yeah, he was.
Stomp the Yard. Usher in the mix.
Oscar worthy, 100%.
And that one with the school, what was it? Lights Out? The light it up.
Light it up. So
and the faculty.
Needless to say, the movies that Usher was in sucked.
You didn't like In the Mix? I don't say Usher was out here taking bullets. You ain't like In the Mix?
That was when Kevin Hart was like, Kevin wasn't Kevin back then. But overall, Chris Brown as an artist and him eating, sleeping, and breathing, dancing, and making music, and just putting out hit after hit. His performances always, Usher, his performances, he had some of the dopest, and this was obviously before social media was really relevant, but he had some of the dopest performances when he did the side step with the chain going around. That was epic. That was epic. But as far as consistency, like, I think I stopped buying Usher's albums from the Here I Stand album. After that, I just bought tracks. Yeah, Here I Stand, I love that song. But after that, he didn't make consistent. And I think that was when, after he left his mother as far as management, I think that his level of body of work went down. And it's not the same Usher that I was used to from 8701. And 8701 and Confessions are by far some of the best work that he's ever done.
Oh, yeah.
He got with Tamika, that went down. Usher, he was with whoever. He was with Rihanna. He was with
Chili.
What's the other one? Keanu?
Chili.
Chili. No, Usher. I mean, Chris Brown wasn't with
Oh, you're talking about Chris Brown.
I thought you were still talking about Usher.
Sorry. Chris Brown, he was with Rihanna. He was with
Karuchi.
Yeah, Karuchi. Whoever he was with, he was consistently putting out hits. So I'm gonna have to say that I'm tired. Only because Usher is my age. And I know where he came from. And I still gotta rep my age, but Usher, your when you started acting, you didn't put your agent didn't put you with the right films, but Chris Brown was in Takers. Come on.
Takers.
Paul Walker.
No, I think that's a good point. That's a good point. I think for me, I didn't take the acting part of it into account. Now, if we're gonna go into the careers, then I'm still gonna stand by the fact that I don't think that Chris has the nukes that Usher has.
All right. What's Usher's nukes that you can bring out? Because you said
How about this? Give your top 5 Usher songs, and we'll see if it's challenging.
I'm
The
getting
top
my
5
pen.
Chris Brown songs.
Top 5 as in just mainstream or just my personal top 5? Like his biggest singles or just
that coincides with the nukes that you're talking about. So out of the nukes that you're mentioning, right?
Well,
what are the top 5 to you?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Nice and Slow is going to be up there without a doubt.
Okay.
You could throw Trading Places in there. You can put You Got It Bad in there. You can put Burn in there.
Were you at 4?
I thoroughly love the track on the Confessions album. That's What It's Made For. It's not it was never a single, but that's one of my favorite Usher songs.
Yeah.
Were we just listening to that?
Yes, that's when I was telling you you gotta wait till the beat drop.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
All right, that was 5. I got more.
Okay,
So you said the bangers.
So those 5 are your shut them down songs.
Yeah. And I picked those 5 because I went to an Usher concert. And when he dropped them joints, it was like, oh yeah, it's over. Yeah, it was over. I was in the concert. This was I was in high school, but I was dating this girl at the time. He dropped them joints. I was in that joint like.
Woo!
Yeah, I was looking around. It was at Madison Square Garden. I'm looking around the arena. I'm like, oh, is that what's happening now? It's like, is it that time? Is that where we at?
Oh, my jacket.
Yo, he dropped That's What It's Made For. And I was just like, well, do as is happening around you.
That's hard.
Oh, so you gave 5. So just know that everything that you gave was all ballads, basically.
Pretty much.
You didn't name any up-tempo joints.
Well, you don't have to call, My Way, stuff like that. But I personally am one of those, like, you know,
you're a 70 BPM type guy.
Yeah, I'm one of those, this has to be one of those bedroom songs. That's my specialty. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
There we go. Okay. I can't.
Would you writing? Yeah, were you writing down your top 5? Is that what was going on?
Are you doing Chris Brown or
top 5 Chris Brown? And
wait, so you're sticking with Chris Brown? That's your guy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I have faves on both of them. And I don't feel that I should be pressured.
No, you need to pick a side. This is pressure. No, pick a side.
No, I have to give it a tie.
You should not. That's not what's happening. If Usher and Chris Brown were in a life raft and you needed to kick somebody off.
Listen, what Mr. Raz, let me go to Mr. Raz. Let me see what he says. You can't do this to these boys.
Yeah.
You gotta pick it. Okay.
You got it.
Okay. Chris.
There we go. There it is. So now you're obligated to give me your top 5.
Oh, sure. Okay, you ready? All right. So should I give you up tempo?
Whatever you feel can compete against the songs that we listed about with Usher.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, well, obviously, She Ain't You is by far
that was like at the forefront of my brain, 100%.
One of my favorite songs ever. Not just by Chris Brown, but ever. Like,
can I make it clear that I am a Chris Brown fan?
Yes.
But you
said that Usher would be the one to win.
I just want to make sure that that's out there because I don't want it to seem like I don't like Chris Brown. I literally, we were walking around the other day. Comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, they're playing your Celebrity Crushes song," and she was talking about Chris Brown. I was like, "Are you serious right now?"
That's Celebrity Crush. One of my favorite songs from Chris Brown is "Your Man Ain't Me"
On the first album.
on the first album.
My favorite Chris Brown song is off that first album. "Young Love" is to me the best Chris Brown song I've ever heard.
Really?
It's the
That
most
is a
amazing.
very interesting take.
It's my
Yes.
favorite Chris Brown song ever.
Okay.
That's my favorite Chris Brown album,
The
Also
first
another
album.
interesting
The
take.
first one.
Wow.
hands down. It was my favorite back then. It's my favorite now. "Young Love," from the moment I heard it, I was like, "Oh, this is probably." I don't think he's gonna make a better song than this. It was just the perfect song.
Okay.
Ain't no way.
That's my joint.
Yo, I see, because he has so many hits. Oh, don't judge me. You know, I run that song like
Talk
nobody.
about it.
Don't judge me. I don't want
My
to go
favorite
there.
song off of that album, off of the Forever album. No, is that Forever album? No, was that
No,
Deluxe? the
That's-
something?
that was
That was
the one with
Fortune.
Fortune. That's what it was.
Yes.
2012.
Fortune.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't want to go there.
To 2012.
We should never go there.
She
Oh,
sang the
you told
lyrics.
me.
Yeah, there
Wanna
you
go
go.
there.
I was like, what?
2012?
Listen, no, that album,
No, the album was great.
no BS.
That's one of my favorite Chris Brown songs.
Turn up the music.
Ugh. The top 5?
Didn't R. Kelly have something to do with that No BS
That's
song?
hilarious. Please don't ruin it for me.
I'm only saying because R. Kelly has a song where at the end of it, he's like, "Don't you be on that," like the way that hook goes, he ended one of his songs like that.
Don't mess this up for me, man.
I didn't know that. I'm looking to see if I can find. Let me see who.
No, don't find it. This is one of those
Okay.
things where I'd rather not know.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Like I
Wait, so
said,
that's your five?
R. Kelly's influence on the music game is too widespread for him to never pop up.
You're not going to be able, like the Back to Sleep remix. Have you heard the Back to Sleep remix
There's
with
a few back to sleep.
Kels? I know, but the one with Kels, Tank, and Anthony Hamilton.
I hate that remix. I
love the
absolutely
remix until
that
Anthony
remix.
Hamilton comes on.
I never want to hear
Because
Anthony Hamilton
Kels
speak like
comes
that
on
ever
like
again.
blah blah blah, and Tank does his tanking, but then and I love Anthony Hamilton too.
He just
But
comes in
he's
and
not that
Anthony
kind of- he's
Hamilton.
not
But
that
he's not the. You
That's
don't
not-
have Chris Kels and Tank, and then he's like, just kind of like, nah, Anthony, not this one. No, you should have got Trigger or somebody else.
Somebody, dude. Like,
Yeah.
bad choice. Really bad choice.
Go ahead. Who's
Shout out
yours?
to Anthony Hamilton, though.
Shout out to Anthony.
Yeah, word. We love you, man.
Yeah. You're a guy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Top 5 Chris Brown songs. I'm gonna go She Ain't You. That's in my top 5. It's not a popular song though. The joint X is probably my favorite Chris Brown album.
Okay.
He has a joint on there with Brandy.
Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that joint is crazy. What's it called?
Wait,
Oh
you
my
said
God.
Do better.
Do Better. There it is. There it is. Do Better. That's the name of the song. So that's 2. That song.
You know,
is amazing. She
This
ripped
is
that.
gonna sound horrible to say, but obviously my favorite song on that album, 2 of them, is "Drown in It" and the song
my God.
Songs on 12 Play. Every time I listen to "Drown in It," now this could be just me giving R. Kelly more credit, but musically,
think of him.
I've never heard Chris Brown sing or sound the way he sounds, the way he used his voice on "Drown in It." Now, do I think that's the influence of R. Kelly? I absolutely do, but I just wanted to throw that in. Like the way he ad
I
libs,
hear
the way
you.
he doesn't. I guess you only do certain things where when people are around you or whatever, and you get that influence and you feel in that type of way. But that's that. But please continue. I'm sorry.
I motion that we make an R. Kelly moratorium for the rest of the video.
Not a moratorium.
What is that? 2 albums, because I'm trying to go through his albums.
Nobody like On Me off the Heartbreak.
Up to you.
I like
you.
Heartbreak.
Up to you. I forgot.
On
Up
Me
to
was
you.
dope.
And Movie. Okay, go ahead.
The one with Twister?
No, that's him by itself.
Oh, okay.
No BS is in there 100%. I run that. Mirage with Nas on Fortune. I don't know if you ever heard that song.
Who?
Mirage. It's on Fortune.
Mirage? Yeah.
Nas.
Okay.
It's for. I'm gonna go to joint he has with Aaliyah. Don't think they know.
Yeah.
It's 5. Yeah, all my songs are
ballads too. I threw in Turn Up the Music because I was basically given all like mid-tempo ballads or ballads.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Chris is talented, but I think his strengths more so.
Have you listened to Turn Up? Because I would use that song as my warm-up song when I was teaching dance. Mm-hmm. And if you sexy and you know it, put your hand. That joint was, come on, son.
It's hot. No, I'm not saying that his up-tempo songs aren't hot or that he's not talented with up-tempo songs. I'm just saying like his thing, though. Ballads that's his sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? Like KD's spot on the floor is the elbow. That's Chris Brown's spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
the most of his songs, popish kind of songs.
Yeah. No, the slower songs.
Mid-tempo.
Most people's favorite Chris Brown songs are like 95 BPM, 100 BPM.
Yeah.
That's sweet spot. That's his pocket.
I think the only song I have with Chris Brown that's in my bedroom playlist is 2012.
Really? Okay.
He doesn't do it for me in that sense of music.
Have you heard Movie? Have you listened to Movie? Like in all of its splendor?
Pills and automobiles.
There's so many nights I've been thinking of you.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm bugging.
What?
His recent joint.
Yeah, y'all are. But
that's probably my.
I was sitting
album.
here
I'm bugging.
listening to y'all name all these songs. I'm gonna say, ain't nobody going to Heartbreak on a Full Moon, Indigo.
I was going to mention
the remix to the Clips beat.
Questions. I love Questions.
That's my. I used to when I DJ'd, I mixed that song all the time.
I know.
All the time.
I had to hear it.
What was it Sorry Enough?
Sorry Enough. Yep. And then I would mix that into Undecided.
Oh yeah, Undecided.
Undecided. Yeah, this dude's a monster. Yes. This dude is a monster.
God, yes. Like Chris did say when I think we were in the car, he said Chris Brown is like adobo.
It's like adobo. He goes on everything.
Like you just sprinkle a little bit and it's just like,
put him on the hook.
Good.
This dude is monster.
What
you put in this?
Is it adobo? Oh shoot, I like it. Give me some more.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm sorry, you put him on a track, even if you put him on a track with somebody else, when you put him on 7th Street a track and it won't stop. Like it was just like
it's his track now. It's his track.
He's like, you know what? I'll take that.
It's his track.
And she was just his background.
Yep.
And it won't. It's just like, I don't get.
Yeah, this dude is a monster.
I don't get nothing. You said off the X album. X album. What did I like off the X album? New Flame.
New Flame. Wow. Yeah. Loyal was the hot track off there.
22 songs. Fine China and Don't Think They Know.
New Flame. Don't Think They Know.
Yeah.
What is that? Came to Do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do Better. I love the interlude, Lady in the Glass Dress.
I like that. Autumn Leaves.
Count in it. Autumn Leaves. Loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
And the joint with Trey Songz, Songs on 12 Play.
Yeah. Nigga got hits. Like, and if you go to Usher's arsenal and you go to each one, all of his songs, like 8701, a classic album.
Another
And
thing I like with Usher too is I just it's I mean it's not really something that's up for debate. The level of just like the vocals are just not even in the same class.
what do you mean?
Chris Brown is not the vocalist that Usher is.
And you believe that that Usher's a vocalist?
I believe Usher's an amazing singer. This is personally just seeing him live, listening to the albums, how he sings, the clarity in his voice, like his tonation, how I don't know all the the words that whatever, but just the way he just when you listen to him, you're like, this dude is a professional singer. Almost like how I feel like when I listen to certain people, like, and they just be sitting in the house singing, like dudes like Tyrese or Leon Timbo, when you just listen to them sing in their kitchen, you're like, yeah, nah, these dudes are just professional singers. Like there's just, and then there's other people where it's kind of like, you're kind of like a song, like you sing, but you don't sing, you don't sound like that. There's just, I don't know what it is. There's just that thing that's different that just puts people on another level for me. Does that mean that Chris Brown can't sing? No, I'm not saying that at all. But I don't listen to his music and go, oh, this dude's an amazing singer. I've never thought that a day in my life. Whereas I've listened to Usher. Like, you ever listen to a song and dudes are like, they might be, in the bass and they might hit like that alto, then they might hit the soprano, or they just change ranges like crazy. You just like, damn, like this dude can sing. I felt that with Usher before, but I've never had that.
On what songs? Or is that live you're talking about? No,
live on songs like Can You Help Me off of 8701.
Can You Help Me was definitely
or on like the Here I Stand, Before I Met You. Even in the Trading Places track, just the way he's like, I like sound effects due to, or not just dudes, but like singers who can do sound effects with their voice. Like when R. Kelly, sorry, he's my favorite R&B artist. So I'm sorry. All right, it's just what it is. All right, sorry.
He said moratorium.
But it's the only thing. Like even when Michael Jackson sings, like he can just change levels quickly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, how do you do that? Mariah Carey.
Michael never really got the props that he deserved for his vocal ability.
Nah, Michael can sing. Michael can sing.
I think for the next episode, we should do a versus on Black Michael versus White Michael.
Don't do that.
Black Michael's winning.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
100%.
Actually,
don't you do that.
100%. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I just thought about it like that.
That's a tough one.
Bad.
Can't answer that too quick.
Dangerous.
I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not.
He had some midway points where he was like transitioning, so it's kind of hard to tell on which side of the fence he was.
Oh, you talking about Caramel Mike? All right.
Caramel Mike.
Do it.
It's a triple threat.
I won't. No.
It's a triple threat between Caramel Mike, White Mike, and Brown Mike.
I'm not gonna let you do
100%. 100%.
I love that track, Sing Like Me. That's my favorite song on that album.
I can transform, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you ran that song.
Who, me?
Yes, you. I came to your house and you had that joint blasting. I was just like, yo, you still playing this joint? He was like, every day. Every day. His joint is every day.
Graffiti. Wow. That was a
graffiti. I did run I Could Transform You. I did. And Crawl.
I like Crawl was good. I loved Crawl. See? Falling Down, What I Do.
Yes.
I love that album. Only reason.
Oh, you know what song I like on there? I don't know if it was a bonus track, but the track I Love You.
I don't remember that.
No, it's on the regular album. I Love You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I lied. I Love You is probably my favorite song on that album.
So we've talked about like 6 or 7 of Chris Brown's albums. And really, when it comes to Usher, we only really mentioned 8701.
Well, time out. I got to stand in here for Usher. Because I was trying to help y'all out with the Chris Brown thing.
You ain't got to help us.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got to help us, Ike.
I just gave you 5 of the Usher joints. You know what I'm saying? If we want to get into the Usher joints, we can get into the Usher joints.
You Remind Me was a classic.
Of course.
Twerk It Out was a classic. People don't know.
Twerk It Out is on my playlist.
Because of the fact
the 7th song on it.
You know the number?
It is the 7th song on my playlist.
That's with you. Not gonna do it. But you remind me, you don't have to call because that B section, you're gonna
How
you know
do
what I'm
I
saying?
say is
How do
absolute.
I say? Yes. You make me wanna.
Oh yeah.
What's the song when he was in the video dancing in the rain and everybody after him tried to come and dance in the rain and he came out of
Confession?
sneakers?
No, that wasn't Confessions.
No,
It was Let It
wasn't
Burn.
it You Remind Me? No,
I think it was Let It Burn.
it was You Remind Me.
Nah, Burn. I don't think he was in the rain. He was dancing in the street. I
Yeah.
don't think it was raising. He was like dancing like in the silhouette thing. He had on the tank top and the black pants with the Lambo parked on the side. But I don't think it was raining.
Because I mean, rain doesn't really. It's not indicative of heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Oh.
Like I think it was more of a sadder song. I don't think it was your
Bad
mind.
Bad Habits is in my current playlist though.
Superstar.
I
You
didn't
don't like Superstar?
I didn't like There Goes My Baby. I didn't like that.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
That was on the what is it? That was on the Verzuz. That was on like I don't even know what kind of album that was. It was like a little EP or something.
Raymond versus Raymond.
I didn't understand that either.
He was doing verses before everybody was doing verses.
Against himself.
My boo.
That was my joint. Not gonna lie.
Love in This
High
Club.
School Days. And I like the original and the remix.
Yeah.
With Beyonce and Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the song off of the Raymond versus Raymond, Into the Night.
Climax was on there, right?
Climax is on the.
there.
Why did I not remember? Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, the Black
I
Eyed
had
Peas,
that for
right?
my doggone wedding. Oh my, yeah, with Will I Am. Simple Things was a very big song for me.
And then he got the joint here. What was the joint he did with Little John?
Yeah.
Oh, Little John.
Lovers and Friends.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yeah.
I don't know if Lovers and Friends counts as his song though. Looking for Myself. That was the one that Climax was on, I believe. I thoroughly enjoyed the Hard to Love album with No Limit.
That was with Crush.
Yeah. With the Cold Crush Brothers?
No, with Yuna. Is that her name?
Wait, no. Is that? Nah. Were you talking about ATL? What was he had an album called? Oh, A. Yeah.
That was a good album to me personally. That joint was hard.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Peace Sign. Remember that?
Peace Hook, A-Town Down.
Yeah, the Hard to Love. He had No Limit.
Peace Sign was hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Mind of a Man, Rivals, Tell Me.
My way. That was okay. That was when he was doing all these acrobatics and stuff in videos. And that was the You Make Me Wanna joint. Bedtime. Where are we now? Because I believe we still gave
So 20 songs. Just say so. We did a versus 20 tracks. Usher versus Chris Brown. Are you saying that Chris Brown wins hands down? Because I think one of the things that I think the way versus looks like it's starting to turn. I think this probably happened with the Locks and Dipset. I think your performance on before was kind of just play the songs and whoever has the better song wins. Yeah. When the women do it, it seems to be more of like a love fest, kind of just big each other up. Yeah, great. Oh, I love your music. I wish I could have worked with you, or whatever the case may be. They show each other love or whatever. When the dudes do it, it seems to be more
Fat
like
Joe and Ja Rule do it.
Yeah, it just seems to be one of those like, all right, I'm going at you, you going at me. We'll be friends after this, but right now on stage, this is a pure competition in regards to just like I'm gonna perform. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring people. Like people were literally watching their joint, like, yo, is Ashanti gonna come out? Who's he gonna bring out there? I'm like, oh, this is turning into like a straight up like sound clash concert type situation. And I think the Locks and Dipset kind of set that in stone. Like I think they changed things for that.
Yeah, I agree. But Usher and Chris Brown both have amazing features. So if they were to bring out anybody, like if you bring out Lil Jon any place, he gonna shut it down, you know.
Yeah, I like it because I think that's definitely one of those kind of battles where the audience is split, like really split on.
Agreed.
Usher's not really in the mainstream outside of like being a judge on The Voice or something like that. Whereas like just using Fat Joe and Ja Rule for an example, Fat Joe isn't making, I mean, he's still making music here and there, but he's in the public eye on Instagram. He's doing shows. People know like, oh, Fat Joe's about to. So he has that support anyway. Whereas Ja Rule was like, yeah, I'm just coming with the heat that I had from however long ago it was, and we're gonna see if my music stands the test of time. So I thought for that, it was kind of like Fat Joe is bringing his current celebrity and Ja Rule is bringing the old heat. Now, not that Fat Joe didn't have the songs. I thought he chose terrible songs, personally speaking. But had he chose the songs that I would have chosen, I think it would have been a different outcome. I think it definitely could have been a lot closer than it was. Because Ja Rule was just like, I'm bringing the heat. I mean, Ja Rule played every song that you expected.
Yeah. You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta, you know, no.
And I think if Usher and Chris Brown were to do it, I think there's a gap where it's like, okay, this is gonna be the Usher fans here, these are gonna be the Breezy fans here, and you're gonna kind of see who wins out in regards to maybe they perform, maybe they, you know, not really perform, but maybe they do some little, you know, 1-2 steps or whatever the case may be, make it hot, bring out some features and stuff like that, and you kind of just see who wins, because Usher's not in the public eye at all. So he kind of will have that Ja Rule kind of effect to see like, yo, is my music as real as I think it is or not?
So basically for this round, I believe that Chris has won. Ding.
I think so too. But I mean, we'll let people decide, right? You know,
Yes.
so
Basically
the
just
definitive winner.
let us know in the comments who won this round. Boom.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next episode of Up for Debate.
I love that order. I gotta be the one. Sticking out
You
my.
walked out of there talking about Von.
Oh. Woo! I'm not gonna do this with y'all. Neither one of y'all. No, I won't. I will not do it.